Dude, is this an exclusive?
Yeah, this is actually an exclusive.
This is world exclusive. November 22nd, DEATHGRIP 2 is going to be coming out where?
So is this episode 1 of the drive?
Dude, the only thing that makes this remotely like drive time, like episode 0, is the fact that we're watching a YouTube video called 5 Hours of Utah Roads.
Nice.
So I guess I would be in the driving seat. The next time we upload a drive time, I'll be in the driving seat. Well, if we're in this position, I'll be... Is that right in America?
Yeah, you'd be in the driver. Exactly
Deaks
the
would be
same.
in the middle.
This is how we left it.
Nav.
This is literally our way out.
This is how we left
started,
it.
This is how we
by the
left it.
I think this is as good as a
I think
start as
we
we're
have,
going to get.
I
Welcome
was
to the
literally about
show.
to say this is the first sort of drive to survive, which is also kind of like
Should we change the name?
driving
Drive to
out of
Survive?
Rampage to survive. No, drive. I got fond memories of our drive time. One because on our drive from the hotel in Springdale to the event, our digging zone event. It took my mind off the job in hand and sort of had a bit of a good on it.
Do you know, I don't know how many people that are listening to this know what drive time is. Should we do an introduction?
Yeah, do an introduction.
Welcome to Drive Time 0 2024, our Rampage podcast video series.
Yeah.
So previously we've had the drive in, and we're trying to sort of recreate that before.
Yeah, well, basically we had a 15-20 minute commute from the hotel into the zone every morning.
Yeah.
And to make the whole thing more productive, Ollie did a podcast of us talking about what we'd previously done the day before, what we're preempting happening in the future, and our plan for the day. Have we done all our jobs?
Yeah.
Our worries,
Offloading.
our emotions, feelings,
Loads of
unloading it
feelings.
all, yeah.
So this is drive. This is not a real. This is actually really the ride companion, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Is that actually the road
show.
to Virgin?
I think it might be.
It honestly looks like it, doesn't it? But
Yeah,
just
it
in
really
a different time of year.
Welcome to the show, the Deakinator and Brendan Fairclough, the Brendog dig team. Welcome.
Hey.
Welcome. Here we are, 2024
The audience go
Rampage. The
crazy.
build-up has begun.
Literally began, a week and a half early, 2 weeks early.
What
Enjoying
have you,
it.
Deaks, what have you been up to since?
What, since last year?
Yeah.
Well, we obviously had what I did with the winnings on previous episodes and all of that stuff.
Have
And
you preview?
Did you have hair in the
well, I didn't
last
really have
Rampage?
hair, and since that famous canyon gap, I've sort of sprouted more hairs on the head, and we're now loving life. You know,
Yeah.
I think since last year, you've become really healthy as well.
there's that as well.
Yeah.
I just assumed that I'd love how the Rampage thing is now talking about hair transplants.
Well,
With him.
it's your sort of niche, isn't it?
There we go. So obviously after a hair transplant, you can't exercise within a month. So obviously I got quite fat. I had enough of life, and I just thought I'd turn into the Healthinator, and sure enough, that's what we did.
The health
Which
nature
is-
was born.
I didn't want to start like
Which
this.
is going to benefit all of us
All
when
of
we're
us.
in the desert with a pickaxe.
Yeah, exactly. Just getting off the hose this year and a bit more.
You having no days off this year?
No days off this
No.
year.
When we say day, we're not actually allowed a physical day off, but we, a lot of surviving the 2 weeks in the desert digging is like keeping the morales up, and there's such hard days and boring days and really shit days you don't want to be there. But Deaks had a day off yesterday where he was a bit of a low morale and a bit of a dippy down,
You
wasn't
did,
he?
didn't you? A bit
Yeah.
drippy.
We're all allowed, I think, a morning or an afternoon. I had one morning where I just had enough.
I didn't.
No.
You sure?
No.
Not on race day, finals day.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure. Well, anyway, so there we go. So we're going
Ollie
back.
didn't.
We're
Bren, as the boss, how would you say your expectations have varied of the Healthinator? Like this year, this year in comparison to last year, what are you sort of expecting from the Healthinator?
quite ironic. The
Just
Healthinator's
slightly
that's got
more
a
high
cold.
intensity on the pickaxe.
High intensity. So you
Yeah.
want more frequency, or would you say productivity, or
I don't care about frequency or speed. It's just productivity is the end. Like moving that rock
To there.
out of the way,
Yeah.
or moving that bit of dirt into the way, sort of thing. But I think it'd be fine. It'd be grand, wouldn't it?
There we
prime
go.
condition.
I think we're ready and raring.
I think it's our biggest upgrade, honestly, to the team.
Yeah.
The Helfinator.
Yeah, the Deakinator.
Well, he's a
Already
happy
useful
Helfinator.
tool.
It's
Yeah.
a hugely useful
Useful
tool. And
tool,
now he's
but
got
like
now he's
now-
got more shade on the bonnet. He's going to be even
even less prone to sunstroke. What about you, Ollie?
Oh,
What's
dear.
changed in your last year?
I've just been getting ready.
Yeah.
Been getting ready for this, dude.
Yeah.
I actually think that is the road.
Yeah, I did as well.
That is the road.
Just in more of the middle of the summer.
Yeah.
I feel like I should be holding the wheel.
Yeah.
I wonder if we get an automated truck this year. Have cars moved on that much? That'd be cool, wouldn't
hopefully
it?
Nissan are helping us out on there this year.
Yeah.
So that'd
Yeah.
be quite a cool one.
Yeah, absolutely. What's changed for you?
For me,
Yeah.
do you know what, like, it's funny we're saying like this is like the start of the build up to Rampage. We're like 10 days out from flying out. Actually, we fly out on Sunday 29th. We're flying to Denver this year because none of us have ever been to Colorado. So we always try to get out there and like have a few days on the trail bike to sort of acclimatise and not just fly straight into the desert and then get a shovel and a pickaxe in hand. So we're going to fly to Denver with the trail bikes as well, have a few days scouting around a new location, hopefully get some time on the trail bike, some shuttle laps and whatever. Then drive through Aspen. That's the base of the Rockies, right?
Think so.
Is it? Yeah, base of the Rockies. So it's basically, I've been to California or America at least, probably twice a year for the last 15, 20 years maybe. But I've never been to Colorado, so it's a cool opportunity just to go to Colorado, check something new, a different drive in to Utah. Apparently that road in fall is super sick.
Yeah, it's like tourist road.
Yeah,
isn't it?
so it's like a
gonna be
nice tourist road. We get a bit of something different. So yeah, can't remember what I was going on about before now, but yeah, that's the plan. Then we have a stint in the desert, and then we're actually flying out of LA because on Sunday the 13th of October we have a DEATHGRIP 2 premiere in Laguna Beach.
I'm wearing the merch
Wow,
right now.
look at
I've
that.
got
So,
Rampage merch on.
yeah.
I've got DEATHGRIP 2 merch on.
Under my
you're
fluffy
on
jumper, I've got a bit of
Have you?
bit of
Nice.
merch.
Oh, same t-shirt.
As
Sorry,
it
dude.
warms up, as the conversation warms up, I might get the fluffy jumper off. But yeah, we've got, that's the plan. Big premiere in Laguna Beach on October the 13th, Sunday. So tickets will go on sale hopefully in the foreseeable for that. So that's something pretty
Good luck
exciting.
getting them. I mean, Richie Schlei's the organizer, isn't he?
Yeah, Richie Schlei's the
Socialite.
yeah. So yeah, we just it's not actually completely signed off yet, but that's the plan. So I'm confident enough to put that out there.
Right,
That'd be
let's to start this podcast off, let's rewind, because you're now an experienced veteran. Well, actually, all three of us now
we
have
are,
been to
yeah.
enough Rampages. If you add up how much time we spent in that weird desert,
Gosh,
it's actually quite a lot of time. Like, I've never been on holiday somewhere so much.
no. I mean, I don't go on holiday for 2 weeks.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
No.
So your first experience of Red Bull Rampage was when?
Don't really know. I think it was 2012.
Yeah.
And I just got a call from Todd. I can't really remember. I wouldn't like to put money on how I got the invite, but yeah, I didn't really properly. I was such a racer at the time. I didn't properly know what was going on. So I got an invite to this cool event. Blah de blah.
Right. Be honest. Did you know what it was?
Well, I must have.
I always
Like,
remember
so-
you telling me about your hire car experience.
What?
Whereas then you just got the cheapest hire car, and then you got to the venue and you're like, oh my God, I can't even get my hire car in.
No, yeah, because I mean, literally, and I didn't even know you had to bring diggers with you. So I knew nothing about it. I thought, this would be sick. I must have known. Everyone knows what Red Bull Rampage is. So I just mustn't.
It's a
I
good
just
question.
So racery at the time,
Yeah.
like so World Cup racing. That's all I cared about. I probably just thought it was idiots just jumping off cliffs like for a laugh.
Also, the reason for my question is because probably for a long period of time you didn't really consume any mountain bike content. This is before social media.
Yeah.
You weren't really leafing through magazines, were you, as a young...
No. Shocked the system, really. Turned up, managed to drive my rubbish hire car in and just looked up, as you do at the bottom, and obviously probably didn't get... I've already got there late, so I was like, oh, whatever. So it's already features built and like just completely oblivious.
Yeah.
Looked up to these like massive jumps and just carved out of the mountain, and I was like, oh shit, this is going to be a handful. there by myself, walked up, soon gathered that being by yourself is not a great option.
I can't even imagine it nowadays.
Insane.
So then at the time, my mechanic, Benoit, so I had to call him up, fly him out from France, ASAP. Then I had another friend, actually, a random friend I met on a trail ride in California at the time. He lived in near Laguna, called Shane, and he was a firefighter at the time. Called him up. I was like, oh, mate, can you drive 6 hours out to Utah to help me bring some tools? I didn't have any tools.
So you assembled your dig team on site?
On site, yeah.
Brilliant.
But way late.
Yeah.
And then just mumbled up the hill, and that's when you had to sort of have a line for qualifying. And if you qualified, then you had a line for final.
Yeah, so it was quite different back then,
It
wasn't
was,
it?
yeah, it was. Which is, looking back, it's a real rubbish way of doing it, because obviously the boys that are pre-qualified are building lines from the top straight away, whereas we are primarily building a line from halfway to try to qualify.
I mean, it was literally halfway. So we'll get onto it, but that next year I came and dug for you, and we built a line from halfway.
Yeah, well, that's when I built, I think, still now the biggest canyon that I've ever built by myself.
Really?
Yeah. And I didn't actually get to jump it because I snapped my ACL in qualifying. As we started off on the very first one I did, it's probably like a drop no higher than this ceiling, 8-9 foot. And I just, very first time, just jumped off, landed in a bit of sand, put my foot out, snapped my ACL like that. So I never rode that canyon. So it was in the back of my mind for a year. And I was like, now I know what's going on, need Ollie on the case. So I need someone with a bit of sense and that's been riding with me. And I was really just hoping we'd get there and you'd be like, yeah, this is completely unfeasible. Can't do this. Let's move on. Content with that. But you said it was doable, and then we started digging on that, and then that's that. That's with a real uphill lander.
Mate, I remember just... Yeah. I thought, when you think back to it, I actually just... It's so hard to learn, and it sounds like annoying saying your first go, there's too much to learn, but I genuinely think it's like...
No.
You have to have someone with experience. Bearclaw helped you a bit, didn't he?
I was literally about to say that. Bearclaw did. He was obviously, we've dug a lot. I dug a lot before then, just dirt jumps and stuff. But you have to learn to dig the terrain. It sounds so cringy and boring, but everything's sedimentary there. So like you can completely use the land to make your features. If you try to build, for example, a 4 foot high takeoff out of sand, which is plenty of sand there, you're just going to be screwed, aren't you? You just have to find a nice layer of rock, and then you build a little wall around it, then you fill it in the middle, and water there just works so well, doesn't it?
Well, that's something that's definitely changed over the last couple of years.
Irrigation.
I mean, even the first couple of years that we went, it was a case of taking a camelback with various water that you had, and obviously now the water source has become a lot more readily available.
Yeah. Deaks, your first Rampage experience
was with Yannick. Yannick
What
Graneri.
was it? I thought it was with Sam Wren.
No, it's Yannick. And anyone who knows Yannick Graneri knows he's such a lovely bloke, but he's not the most proactive. He likes his lions. And unfortunately, he broke his ankle that year. And that's when I just started helping Sam and Bren, Team GB, all of that good stuff.
Oh, he broke his ankle. What, out there?
Out there. He went for, I think it was like a free just in practice, and he ended up just over jumping or over rotating and then broke his ankle.
So had you done a whole build by then?
Pretty much, because he went there the year prior, so there was a lot of the original line still there, and it was just tinkering with some stuff, and there was this horrible step down onto this feature, and he ended up just overshooting that, I believe. So then he just pumped a bit harder into this takeoff, and then horrible.
I wonder, I've noticed over the years you sort of developed these, like you developed vertigo last year, didn't you?
Oh, mate, a terrible vertigo. Like anywhere where there's ridiculously high and gnarly, I go back to my old self of getting the rake or the hose.
Rake and hose, yeah.
I mean, some would say it's my signature manoeuvre, but I'll take it. I mean, let's be honest, that thing last year... horrible. Yeah. The what do we call it? The Battleship. I did not want to go up there, and
I think it's
No, it's disgusting.
You didn't go up there?
No,
You didn't climb up there.
I climbed up there and went straight back down again. I was like, not a chance am I digging. And then you just saw Godsey, who we were lucky to sort of team up with.
I can't remember his mate.
He was there in a pair of P plimsolls from year 3, and he was just there, no bars.
I'll be honest, I don't have vertigo, and the Battleship was no fun for me. I felt like the risk is just so pointlessly high, wasn't it? And like you could feel it move under your feet, and the wind would be like, I don't know, it was weird. It was really not fun.
There wasn't any get out. You couldn't sort of step back and be like, I'm safe, like a cliff edge. You literally had an exposure of both sides.
I never see you with quivery legs, Ollie. And I was up there and disgusting. But I was sort of thinking, doesn't matter. I can just do some other crap job. We'll chuck Ollie up there. Ollie will be fine up there, no problem.
No, it was horrible.
Ollie, you were up there quivering, weren't you?
Yeah, it was absolutely horrible. And like what you don't think about is at the start, it's a spine. There's no flat bit. So you're digging the flat bits that you stand on, but then as you're digging, you're levering rocks up, and it's like you can feel the whole thing move, and like you could feel it in the wind, like the whole thing.
We've said it before and say it again. Testament to Godsey and his boys.
Yeah, lucky to have them there. Right?
Yeah, they made it feasible, but yeah.
I suppose, are we skipping suddenly through to this year? I think I'm really excited for this year.
Yeah.
What I was going to say is, I'll butt in again, but it's like you say that this is almost like the start of Rampage, but for me, I've been like working on stuff behind the scenes for like pretty much a month, which I feel like in the previous years, I'm like, get to now, and I'm like, shit, I haven't booked a hike, I haven't got a bike painted, this, that, and the other. But this year, we've been quite on it, haven't we, really? Like,
when you're training, but you've had training apparatus built in your garden, haven't you?
Oh, yeah. Well, I've started taking creatine for the last 5 weeks, and I do 150 push-ups a day. But I had to, like, calm down on the push-ups and just do different, because I've got insanely bruised palm of my hands, which stopped me from being able to ride. Like gnarly, like deep set pain in the palms of my hands. Anyway, but yeah, no, bikes getting built, painted. Fat Creations are hooking that up. All my sponsors have pretty much got me all the parts. Doing the bike build on Saturday. Yeah, I mean,
finally after all these years.
Yeah, getting the hang of it.
I think last year did a good bit of prep.
Yeah,
because it was like last year was all new site, wasn't it? So we were like aware of how much work we were going to have to do.
New site for us, but why?
Second year for us.
Second year for everyone else, which is the hardest thing you can turn up to.
Thinking about it, we did all of that, and it literally was for one run.
Yeah. Whoa.
And I suppose
haven't thought about this before.
The good thing about this year's is essentially Bren's already thrown himself down there. What, 4 times? 3 times.
Well, we have
18, 19.
Yeah.
So 18 was the same line with the Canyon Gap, and you jumped the Canyon Gap.
Yeah. Didn't have a top step down.
Yeah, there were a few upgrades, weren't there? Obviously, the rock was in it right from the start.
Yeah.
Top we made way better. We watched the POV actually just before this, and it's pretty good line, solid line.
Fast flowing.
Yeah.
What results to get 18?
8th.
19 with the flip, 4th.
Yeah.
So we got a line that is a
top 10 line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. We got all of that work on it. I guess a lot of the sandbags get ripped out and stuff. We're going to have to do a lot of... It's not like we've not got work.
No, but I mean, at least when we get there, we know what side... As a start, we know what side of the hill we're going to go.
Yeah.
We've done it. We've been there before. It's a really rocky, steep location. So the big rocks everywhere are a bit of a bummer. Like compared to almost last year, there was no rocks really.
No.
You know what I mean? There was there's big boulders in this one. And this side.
Frame that, they're literally the size of a van, aren't they?
Yeah, not even your van either.
You can't,
proper size van.
Yeah, even bigger than my van.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, we have a 4th place line in theory cut in, so hopefully we just put that.
Makes a big difference. Like the thing I hate about going to a new site, especially when other people already have lines in, is that you walk down a hill with little flags and with spray paint, and you literally just spray on the ground all of the stuff you've got to build. Yeah. It's horrific, isn't it?
But we've never done that.
Well, I mean, last year
we didn't have spray paint.
I mean,
no, but you know what I mean. You're like marking
Or
out where you're
flags.
going, and it's just
Yeah.
Well, this year we're on paper at the moment we're the only team as you look up the hill on the left hand side, aren't we?
Yeah.
Because it's such a weird, quite a terrifying venue actually. Because you have a big gully down the middle, you have Free Riders Ridge as such on the right hand side as you look up, and then us on the left.
Do you remember every single year bar 0 with always that first day you get there? Because you get there, let's say 12 o'clock in the afternoon, everyone assembles, you get your number plates. It's quite cool, like meeting everyone else and hanging out. And then you get that rest of the afternoon with no tools just to go scout the location. That's really tough because I always just instantly think that most of those people there have already been to that location many a time. They all live fairly close, which they probably haven't. This is me being a little bitch. But we go up there and we're just like so overwhelmed by it. And last year we nearly picked the crappiest canyon to jump, didn't we?
Yeah.
And then
I felt lost last year.
Yeah, so lost. so lost. It's completely overworked, too overwhelming, isn't it?
And then the canyon that you eventually did jump and we did pick.
Which everyone said wouldn't be possible.
Yeah, but at the start, you can't blame them at the start. When you look at it at the start, you're just like, obviously, do you know what I've always thought about Rampage is that lots of stuff is possible. Like, or not even Rampage, like anything. You can make it work, given enough time, enough man hours, and enough like space to think. You can make a lot of stuff work.
Enough lad science.
And enough lad science.
Yeah, enough lad science.
But you just don't know at the start whether you've got the time.
But I mean, even that last time, it wasn't ready until the 11th hour when you'd knocked all that, when you'd literally been slaving up there, getting all that rock out.
Yeah, dude, I actually, thinking back to last year, how horrible it was because the major bit of research we had done, you'd spotted the battleship and you obviously from drone shots or whatever.
Yeah, I was watching the previous year's Rampage, yeah.
Yeah, and we'd paused it. I remember in the coffee shop, didn't we? We paused it and we were looking at it like trying to work out if we could, literally from England, rainy England, we're like trying to work out if we can stack up rocks and jump onto a weird precipice thing.
We did it.
Yeah,
dude,
true,
we did it. And this year I've got a bit of a plan as well.
Yeah.
We're keeping it under wraps.
Got a bit of a plan.
We're keeping it under wraps, yeah. Yeah, we'll keep it under wraps. Don't want to.
Make sure you
keep
tune
it under
in
wraps.
it.
When's this coming out?
Probably really soon, isn't it?
Tomorrow, probably.
2 weeks time.
2 weeks.
So we'll be.
We on our way? We flying over?
We'll be on our way. Let's have a think. Let's go through the calendar so we can get to this just after the ad break. Companionship. Are you looking to take ownership of your health? Introducing AG1, a powerful daily nutrition supplement designed by scientists to support your body's needs. AG1 is a comprehensive and convenient blend of over 70 high-quality ingredients packed with vitamins, minerals, and whole food sourced nutrients.
With just one scoop each morning mixed with water, AG1 helps to support your brain, heart, energy, and immune system. It's a powerfully simple way to start your day right. While we have a degree of individuality, science tells us that the human body is interconnected, which is why AG1 contains over 70 ingredients to support your baseline nutrition. Drink AG1 is the best way to feel reassured that you're supporting your body with a broad range of nutrients it needs. AG1 isn't just another supplement, it's a morning ritual, a timely habit that fits seamlessly into your routine. And it does fit into my routine.
Dude, it does, yeah.
Because I just do it in the morning before anything. Apparently you're meant to have it on empty stomach, which I actually quite like. I take it with me in my little AG1 shaker and just go walk the dog.
I do it empty stomach every time, actually.
Yeah.
Because it said on the instructions, and I did what was on the instructions.
Like,
you know what I mean?
That's the sort of people we are.
Davey, what are the benefits?
Well, Ollie, they speak for themselves. From sustained energy throughout the day to immune support and stress management, AG1 has you covered. Plus, AG1 is NSF certified for sport, ensuring the highest quality ingredients and manufacturing standards. Ready to take the next step in your wellness journey? Visit drinkag1.com/ridecompanion today for a special offer. We are going to give you free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 and 5 free AG1 travel packs with your next purchase.
So that's drinkag1.com/the ride companion.
That's right, mate. Yeah.
Nice.
drinkag1.com/ride companion.
Take ownership of your health with AG1. Check it out now.
Check it out now.
Right, we're back in. So I remember one of the low points was when we realised that we couldn't just have the battleship to ourselves.
No, we actually had two other
my
people,
God.
didn't we?
That's right.
G came up with his team and was like, have you got this battleship, Bren? Because we were looking at that and you think,
And obviously we're mates and like...
I was so gutted.
You don't know that they've not sat in a coffee shop at home weeks before either.
No.
But you sort of like... in our heads, we've already pissed on it. The dog's pissed on it, hasn't he? And then
because we ran up to it.
Yeah.
We were first on it. There's no doubt we were the first on it.
It was all we wanted, the starting
We
point.
climbed straight up to it.
Yeah.
And then G pops his head up. All right.
Oh,
God, out of everyone here, that's the one guy that I don't want to like.
yeah, you're right.
very similar in riding sort of styles, aren't you, I guess? Racing.
Well, the two races, so it's like you're going to get pitched against each other.
And he's a lot bigger and stronger than me as well. So he'd probably wedgie me so bad.
And then
So I
Godsey,
said
who's...
no. Then Godsey, I couldn't say no to. He's already got like... He's just a legend. I didn't actually know. I felt like the bond from us and the Godsey team grew a lot over that time. I really, really got time for him. But yeah, no, then unfortunately, as you know, G hurt himself. So it was down to two groups. And there were a couple of other people that were like hinting at stuff to get on it. And we were just like, nah.
I don't think we got any troubles with that this year. This is what I love about going in this year. It's so good to just know that you've got a line. Like imagine someone wants to join you on the rock.
Not going to happen,
Not
is
gonna,
it?
no, not going to be able
Sorry,
to, are they?
it's definitely not going to happen.
No, it's already trademark patented.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Nah, it's not going to happen. But yeah, I don't know. I am excited this year. I'm excited and nervous and the whole bloody blah. Heading over to Sea Dog's house at the end of the week to learn flip step downs again. Last time I did a flip step down was a year ago.
So you're revealing some of your cards already.
I don't know, just we'll see what it's like.
It's probably a good tool to have in the desert, isn't it?
Yeah, and I really enjoyed the one we did last year. That was
Yeah,
good
yeah.
fun.
Yeah,
That was
of course, yeah.
Yeah, that was a new addition, like something I'd never done before.
Yeah, which probably you cast a shadow over it with the Giant Canyon
Yeah,
before it, but
but I
actually
mean-
it has a gnarly flip, that one.
Yeah, it
big
was.
drop.
And it was something I was really worried about.
I was, if I'm honest.
Really
Like,
worried about. But because it's this, I think I'll speak for you as well, Ollie. Like it's a bit of an unknown. We don't do flip step downs all the time. You see, Ethan, Nell, DJ, all those boys that live in the desert out there. Like it's a daily thing that they do flip step downs. And if you can, I don't know how many viewers do flips, or how many viewers do flip step downs. It's literally, there's no sight of the landing. Like you don't even come into the feature and see the landing. It's completely like, it's not guesswork because you're not just crossing your fingers, but you have to have the speed dialed beforehand.
Yeah.
And then you're just like flipping off of this tiny lip and you have to slow it down and you're dropping out of the air.
The physics of it, that you're falling the whole time. Like a flip,
Yeah.
even to someone that doesn't do flips, it makes sense, doesn't it? Like
Yeah,
a lip puts you in a flip, you reach the highest point, you see the landing, and you come in.
Yeah.
Whereas with you're falling, doing a
Oh
rotation.
man, it was scary, but really, really pretty special for me. Actually, it was really cool. I did it even a few times in practice because I was buzzing on it.
Way
So,
bigger than it looked as well.
yeah, because it wasn't
In
like,
the mountain.
yeah,
wasn't
it was
So
like
it got
cut in,
lost.
wasn't it? But it was lost, yeah, which is what we've always said we didn't want to do about that. It's like lose stuff, and you can have the biggest thing, and if it's lost in a canyon or in a valley or whatever, it's kind of lost. But we didn't care. It was good. It was good fun.
Have you read the lineup for this year?
The riders,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's
Yeah,
a few that stick out for me. Maybe
Go
we
on.
could go through them. So, Eisted, we're not the only team UK.
No.
Eisted's coming out and he's bringing Connor McFarlane and Joel Anderson. So that's a banger team.
Yeah,
crew.
it's a banger dig team. Connor, absolute Rampage. Look at that. Can't call him a Rampage legend, but we can definitely call him a legend.
Yeah.
And
Oh, mate.
seeing him out there in previous years, he's an absolutely, excuse my French, gnarly effing
Lunatic.
bastard.
Yeah.
He's straight up that hill after the biggest
He went
crash.
through 4 helmets, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one morning.
Yeah.
Mad.
And then we actually proceeded to carcass ourselves as well.
That's true.
But
That
yeah.
is true. But I think Eisted's like seemingly got quite a like good view of it from
Yeah.
talking to him. He's quite like, because I think it's important, like what we were saying about like not putting your expectations too high, because it's so hard to learn to dig it all and do it all and deal with it all. I feel like
carry yourself through the whole 2 weeks.
Yeah, Connor will be, Joel as well. That's a good morale boosting team, but Connor will be well useful out there. Right?
Yeah,
big time.
Yeah.
Right, second on my list is T-Mac.
Yeah, it's cool to have him back.
Yeah, and T-Mac's like really, I feel like one of the gnarliest Rampage riders, and he always sort of, I don't feel like he's ever really like done as well as he should.
Yeah,
T-Mac.
Obviously, he's moved into not Virgin. He's moved to like 10 minutes down the road to become better at what he did, and then unfortunately he's been struggling with injuries. Poor bugger.
Yeah.
Well, I think he's back now.
Yeah, I think he's back. If you always look at his line, there's always way wilder stuff on there than I think people realise. I think T-Mac's line's always really crazy. I'm looking forward to seeing him. Obviously, this was going to be my third, but is Semenuk's back.
Yeah.
I can't remember his line from that venue.
Double drop.
It's the double drop line.
Sure
Flip onto the lily pad.
Double drop.
Yeah.
Is it the one as well where I think it is the one where you shot a crash of a spin or a 7, maybe mid.
Mate.
Anyway.
Oh, like a big step up one.
Yeah.
I think it might have been previous years.
Was it? Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, surefire banger run, isn't it?
Yeah.
Without fail. Semenuk's runs are so, I think almost they do such a good job with the dig. It always looks so perfect that you overlook how gnarly some of the features are sometimes.
Yeah.
But
we're going for the dig. We're going for the dig win this year, aren't we?
We want to try.
We
want to try.
I mean, if it was just quantity digging, I think we did quite a good job last year.
We do enough watering and patting down, do we?
We don't. I don't think
we maybe need a sieve.
Yeah, I think
a sieve and a broom.
Honestly, I've given up on the idea of winning the Diggers Award because you see how polished some of the lines.
And they do little pebbles on the side and make it
like
a little rockery and
I'd love to have
stuff.
time to do that.
I would.
Yeah.
I think if we had time to do that, we could do little water features and like bonsai trees.
Bonsai trees.
And bring some gnomes out.
Gnomes, that'd be lovely. British gnomes. Should we bring a British gnome?
Let's do it.
Is gnome a British thing?
Skid him off the end of a cliff.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see it in the equivalent of a B&Q out there, are we? A British gnome.
My experience digging at Rampage does not give enough time. I don't know whether
no,
it's
we've always got a complete run from top to bottom ourselves there, but I think Brandon probably does as well.
Yeah, he's
not going to share a line, is he?
Nah, you're right.
Nah. So maybe we just talk ourselves to shit. I think we probably do.
We've never had enough time though. I don't see how there's more. If we had more time,
like, no, I think we just don't know.
Right, I love Rampage because I think Rampage is actually the only event where no one thinks about all the work that goes into Joyride, for instance, or a World Cup track. Rampage is almost the one event that celebrates digging, and really, you only ever ride on something that someone's dug. I
normally ride something that you've dug. Also, we have the chance to document it the whole way through.
Yeah.
And as a team, it's all we know. We go to bed talking about what we're going to dig the following day. When we're there, we just moan about digging. Next morning, we're going to talk about digging. So it's quite a diggy sort of diggy vibe, isn't it?
I'm quite looking forward to getting through the second day. And then you sort of like, all your muscles have like got almost accustomed to it.
Yeah, first day is quite arthritic, isn't it?
Oh, mate, the first day, the first half an hour, you think, oh, this is not going to be possible.
Blisters.
Let's see your hands, Deaks.
They're well hosed at the moment.
No, they're actually, you're not. You're off the hose this year, dude. Let's see him. They actually look pretty tough.
Yeah, don't they?
Yeah. Was that from squirting all the bike cleaner on your bike? He's got a callus on his finger for bike cleaner squirting.
Why you got trigger finger one?
Exactly.
I'm trying to toughen my hands for it, but mine don't actually look
too efficient, dude, is it?
Maybe, yeah.
It's just they're ready and raring, aren't they? Just leathered and.
Well, I have seen your shovel that's quite small. You should get a bigger one.
I need to get a bigger shovel. It's just sort of
a coal shovel, like a snow shovel.
Oh, the plastic ones.
Yeah. No, but yeah, well,
fingers crossed. We've got some plans, haven't we, for this site? But overall, the fact that we're going somewhere, we know where we're going, give or take. We've already got a line.
Yeah, it's
I'm
really
buzzing.
nice. It is really
Literally
nice.
buzzing. It's
I'm
a
looking
good
forward to
position.
Denver before. Somewhere new location, Colorado. Sick. The whole thing, you know, I can't look forward to the zone or like that part of it yet, because it's like I've been going through old videos and footage and POVs and highlight reels and stuff, and I can't get too excited about what we want to build there yet. I've got a really good idea, but I can't get too excited, because then when I go there, I'm like, so I'm trying not to think about that. I'm trying to think about all the other cool stuff like the Laguna premiere and eating in and out burger the day we get there, freaking burritos.
Oh, man, that's the best,
I even
actually.
like our shitty packed lunches that we get, like every, you know, like you just you really like earn. Like some of the sandwiches you get crisp with a little cookie.
The coffee place, what's it called?
Yeah, the coffee.
River Rock.
All that little stuff behind the scenes, like going back to the hotel and having a jacuzzi and like getting all our videos and stuff done, and little weird stuff I enjoy. Leaving our sweaty boots outside the front door. Speaking to our lovely... we don't know what her name is, the lady at the hotel.
No, we need to research
Maybe
that.
she's watching this.
She's still there. I spoke to her the other day.
But
Our hotels all booked for the whole time, apart from the second day we're there. Because obviously we went on booking.com to book it, because we stay at the same place every year, because we're pretty lame. And
should we sleep outside?
and obviously when you go
for the second
when you go on booking, you can't book it because the time I want to book is like, it's just like unavailable. So I was like, no, this can't be possible. So I rang her up. She's so stoked for me to come out there. So we're all booked up apart from the second night, which she's going to try to find somewhere for, but it might be us sleeping in the desert. You up for it?
I mean, look what happened at Fort William.
Yeah.
Are we going to do a night in the desert?
Night in the desert.
No. If we're going to do it, we do it
everything.
early on, because I don't want to do it like day before finals or anything like that.
Imagine
No,
how
wouldn't
good
ideal.
bed's going to feel on the third day.
Yeah.
Night
I
in
think
the
I
desert.
think she's going to hook it up for us.
You reckon?
Yeah, we'll
I
see.
think we should do a night in the desert.
I knew you would.
Back of the truck.
Actually, Yakima are on board this year with me as well, so they might give us a roof tent we can stay in.
Oh,
That'd be
dreams.
sweet, wouldn't it?
Tailgate pad would be a major
I just asked them
upgrade.
to like
Rather
give
than
us
hotel
three.
towels.
We need 3 tailgate pads, not for the tailgate. There's duvets and pillows.
See if they got any memory foam ones. That'd be
Bounty.
nice.
Yeah,
That'd be
so
nice. Do you know what I look forward to about Rampage is that exactly what you said, Deaks. Like the only thing we talk about it is it. So it's like all things are removed from life,
yeah,
other than one mission.
Simple life
I think
again is sick.
It is simple, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
like,
it's a routine.
yeah, you just got to
Something
make sure you got enough socks, make sure you got food.
Sandbag count.
Oh no, there is quite a lot to think about, isn't there? So we've got 70 sandbags again, have we?
75, yeah.
Wonder if any are left up on the hill.
What for us to nick?
Yeah, of sandbags that we've filled in the past.
I doubt we've got any left, will we? I
don't know.
I don't know, yeah. But no, that's that. They are the rules. 75 sandbags each athlete, 2 diggers, and no power tools. And I think that's pretty... Or no wood. You're not allowed wood.
And that's what, going back to why people share lines, that's quite an iconic thing why people share lines, is the fact that they can share the sandbags.
Share resources.
Because it's quite hard to just build a line top to bottom on your own.
It becomes a bit of a
And
black market.
we've done
for
that a few
sandbags,
times
doesn't
now,
it?
haven't we? Making the most of rocks and things.
Yeah. I remember Godsey had a few sandbags left at the end. I remember trying to get them off him. We just ended up using the rocks anyway.
This episode is brought to you by INVISIFRAME. Now, I've just finished up building my new bike, and the very first thing I did was get my INVISIFRAME PPF ordered and fitted. In fact, I was terrified to even touch my jet ski custom Focus without it, I'll be honest. Now it's done, I'm happy hurtling down the rockiest of tracks without a care in the world, as I know my pride and joy is protected. The cool thing about INVISIFRAME is you can't tell. The kits are made to measure and you can't see it even has one on. In the meantime, it's protecting my 2-wheeled investment, and I have the peace of mind that it will be worth more should I ever come to sell it. I mean, I don't think I will, but yeah. How do I get a kit, I hear you ask? Well, I simply visited invisiframe.co.uk and searched for my bike and model. I had a kit shipped to my door days later. Not only that, I have a secret code which gave me a 15% discount. and I'm willing to share it with companionship members because I'm a really, really nice guy. Enter The Ride Companion, all lowercase, at checkout and receive, that's right, 15% off your order. And that goes for more than just frame protection too. INVISIFRAME make PPF for forks, cranks and loads of other great products to keep your bike looking great. Head to invisiframe.co.uk and The Ride Companion for 15% off your order. Thanks, INVISIFRAME. Back to the show.
We are back.
We're hyped after that ad break.
All right, Davey, the boss man, isn't here. He's not going to be there at Rampage, but he's always here with us. And he has some questions for you boys.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Right, Brendan, first one's for you. Why does Bren choose you and Deaks in his dig team?
You ain't got the budget for anyone else.
Oh, good one. We've got muscle and brains.
Like it. That's good.
Like it.
Quick
Short and
fire.
sharp.
It's good, yeah.
No, quickly is been right boring story everyone's heard before. Been riding with Ollie since day one, and when you're there, you sort of need two opinions on stuff. Like, and Ollie will tell me no. You know, say that's not feasible. That is feasible, and you need a bit of backup and a bit of reassurance. You need a yes man, but a no man when it matters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is a hard balance, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like because obviously what you're doing is right on the edge.
Yeah. So you need to have someone, and you can get carried away and think that you're bigger, that you got bigger boots on than you can carry.
We're always
you know?
very honest with you, I think.
Yeah, it's just good.
You know,
It's
like
just-
last year, for instance, finals day when you're going to drop in for the first time before the battleship. You're like, I need to hit it before finals day. It's like, it's too windy. Don't even bother.
Yeah, I remember
And
that.
you're
Yeah,
like,
good. No, and then obviously Deaks, really good friend from day one. Not asking Deaks any advice on getting over big jumps and stuff. Definitely not. But honestly, been 2 weeks, it's tough, it's hard, it's really crap at times, and just having a good team around you, people you can trust, people you can go back and sit in the hotel room and either like talk complete shit to each other and have a good time, or equally go back to the hotel or go back to wherever and just sit completely silent and it not be a problem. You know, we're still tired, but it's just about having good friends around you, good people around you, good, you know. And Ben Deaks now has been out there enough times, he knows what's going on, so there's just no way I'd ever go out there with any other team. So
I think giving Deaks a hard time is sort of just a hobby of mine, really.
Well,
But
just take
actually,
it. Just
you're
take
very
it.
good out there because I think you can't really get you to where you're not comfortable. You just crack on regardless.
yeah, unless
It's filling
it's over
sandbags,
like
isn't
2
it?
foot off the
You used to get paid
floor.
to fill up sandbags.
Yeah, unless one of these new allergies that you sort of
Yeah.
develop each year comes up. Oh, it's
However,
dusty. It's a
one
bit dusty
thing
here,
I
isn't it?
will add
It's a bit
is
dusty.
we haven't had one argument over the whole
Touch wood.
Maybe
it's
this
true.
year. Maybe this is the last year.
Yeah.
Do you
but
reckon? Imagine.
I think
we-
that's
Hey, that's
key.
happened before.
We haven't had.
Do you remember like
any
Zinc had argument, like
arguments.
fired his diggers and stuff
Yeah,
in
it's
previous
diggers.
years?
And Remy Metalia has.
Yeah.
I think it's over pay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So we're never going to have that problem.
So good, 'cause these two are so rich anyway, I don't need to worry about paying them.
Oh, yeah. Right. Next
Well,
one.
this year, if we get the W, you'll both be walking away with over 20 grand each.
Yeah, nice.
Should we talk about?
And I already
what
said
we're
that
winning?
if we get the big
What we
W, I'm
do.
going to start
Yeah,
wearing.
well, obviously,
I'm going to start wearing jewellery as well.
I think you can.
please.
Yeah.
I actually.
If you win, you've got to have an eyebrow piercing.
No, I'm just going to wear like
Yeah, but just
fat
for the
chain,
laugh.
maybe a
And
ring.
we all
I
get-
think you should
and
get
we-
an eyebrow
and
piercing.
what about? Okay. And then what about this? Just to put it out there, because I think this will lean heavily
It's the
towards
best
us.
idea you've ever come up with.
How about
Eyebrow
we all
piercings,
get matching tattoos?
No.
If Bren wins,
I'm
the
gonna
old
say that's a
matching
hard no
tattoos.
for me. I'll get it henna.
I'm getting jewellery there for sure,
Be
dude.
fun. Brett, oh mate,
So specifically eyebrow or
No, just
eyebrow,
gold chain.
fat chain, earring. You could almost
Nah.
go like earrings to
Just
nose.
fat chain.
to-
Fat
But if
chain.
you did win, just for the lols, just an eyebrow piercing.
No.
But it's gone now.
I'll get an ear piercing
Okay.
because it'll heal up. If you win, I'll get an ear piercing.
Okay, done.
And
So
I'll
you'll
get
get
it'll
an
be a
eyebrow- so
super
you'll get an
female
eyebrow
earring.
piercing.
No, I
if you
don't want an
win.
eyebrow piercing.
Yeah, but you'll,
I'll
but
get
you want
one
to
through
win.
there.
But you for the nose. Right, there goes. On record. On record. I mean, I didn't really want a hair transplant, but I sort of
Oh,
went
yeah.
on with it. You didn't want a jet ski. Of which
I sort of didn't.
Yeah, there we go.
I did it though.
Exactly.
I got one. Right, taking into consideration your recent results, like results in recent years, what will you do differently this year?
Hard question, and it's a really, I'm afraid you're not going to want to hear it, but I wouldn't do anything differently, I'm afraid. Like, I think last year we didn't put a foot wrong. We just put I was riding to my limit. Our build was right on the limit. We did what we could. You have to build to your strengths. We did exactly that. We had really cool standout features. We took over the internet for that couple of days where we tested the canyon, and it's just, we did everything we can. We just got to put it into someone else's hands, which is the annoying part of Rampage. But I'm honestly still not bitter about our fourth place. I think we did what we could, and it's in their hands. So honestly, I mean, what more could I? Couldn't have done anything.
I remember last year we were trying to like define what we're even doing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like what actually Rampage is.
Yeah.
And I'd say I reckon we got quite a clear picture for us at least what we're trying to do.
So yeah, I'm afraid. Sorry, mate. Just do what we did last year. Hopefully you enjoy that. You enjoyed it last year, so we'll be back again trying to do the same.
This is a great question from Davey. Would Deaks put a Rampage trophy in his shitty glass cabinet?
100%. I mean, I've still got a Barbie trophy from you when I first landed my first ever 360 to dirt. So
we might have a bit of a surprise, won't we, Ollie, or not?
We
do.
We
might actually. Yeah, when we get out there.
Yeah.
There you go. Then.
We'll leave that to the next episode.
Yeah, absolutely.
Episode
if you
7.
do something worthy.
Okay. Right.
Of a trophy.
We'll wait and see.
Which most of your achievements that have got you a trophy, you haven't been worthy of getting. You've stolen them off some poor child, or it's in like the fat bike category or whatever.
Here we go. Anyway.
Actually, did you do a military race the other day and you didn't win it?
Can I just point out on that? You can see on the vlog, the weather came in and I went down in the rain.
All right, moving on.
I've won too many times. I know. Don't need to.
He's won too many times. Davey's got a great question where it was like a segment. It was like a one word for each of the Rampage lineup, which we could do, but I need to get it up on my phone first. So, Brent, if you were a judge, what would you be looking for a run? And same goes for you, Deaks.
Wicked. Deaks, you want to answer?
I'd say top to bottom, wow. I think when you think of last year, there was outrage about BMW's run, and obviously front flipping that canyon was nuts. But you've got to look at the whole bigger picture. Like, yes, it was very crazy, but the very top of his run was quite boring. The bottom of his run was really exciting. So I think top to bottom, like, you want to be blown away.
Yeah, like that. I'd say much the same. Top to bottom excitement, keeping the crowd, fans on the edge. Also, I'd say I'd probably, in my opinion, score more, in inverted commas, big mountain stuff over jump tricks. That's just because I'm going to say that. But I do genuinely feel we have slopestyle in our sport, and we have downhill mountain biking in our sport. We don't have a big mountain event apart from Rampage, which is getting less big mountain each year. But I think that's just me being a bit of an old fart and the way it's developing and the fact I can't do bar spins. But I just think, like, big mountain skiing is big mountain gnarly skiing. It's not all like crafted landings everywhere. There's a time and a place for that, which I don't know, but that's, if I was a judge, I'd go more old schooly and judge the big mountain gnarlier side of it a bit more. But like I said, that's because I can't do bar spins. I actually can do bar spins.
Yeah, you really can.
Done a few before.
I think you pretty much got a bar spin first attempt.
On the tramp bike?
No, not even real life. He's done.
Wow.
I did opposite. So then I tried a 360 bar spin with a truck drive, and then ate shit so bad.
Wicked. Yeah. Well, I'll echo everything that you boys have just said, to be honest. There's no point in me adding anything. I think, like, I think you got a clear picture of what you want to win at Rampage, really. Actually, we've got a list here of people. This is the pre-qualifying list of this year's Rampage. So this is a list of people that did really well last year. So we got Carson Storch. I think I always look out for Carson's spins off big drops. They're
Huge,
massive.
And the nicest bloke you can meet as well.
Yeah.
Not that comes into it, but he's just a real nice
But
guy.
it sort of does.
Sort of
in a
does,
way,
yeah.
Because you take for granted how big some of those spins are that he's doing midway through a run.
Yeah.
I think like,
So dialed as well.
yeah. Which kind of takes away from it sometimes, doesn't it? Like when someone does it it looks too easy. It's like, then we got Zinc. That flip last year was absolutely absurd.
I can't even remember what he did before and after it. It's just like that was
No.
the showstopper, wasn't it? Yeah.
I think
It was-
first run, what did he do? Didn't he case the skipper beforehand?
Ah, you're right. So he didn't do it.
So he didn't do
I
it. So that's
remember
why
that.
it was literally all on the money for his
So
second
yeah,
run.
yeah.
Yeah, you can't deny Zinc's like built for Rampage, isn't he? Then we got Tom van Steenberg.
Yeah.
I mean, this lineup is mental, isn't it? Van Steenberg, if you haven't watched it, watch his X Games real.
Hopefully he's not
MTV
injured.
part.
There's what is he injured this year?
He's coming back from an injury.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it kind of comes. That's what you sign up for when you do that many wild things.
Yeah.
I mean, there were too many like world's firsts in his X
Insane.
Games.
Absolutely
thing.
insane biker.
Yeah, he's
And another nice chap,
lovely chap and a proper Rampage
veteran.
veteran. Yeah, Emil Johansson. Obviously, we spent a load of time with Emil last year because we were digging right next to him / over his line. Emil is you think of him as just slopestyle, but he's undeniably
Dialed.
dialed on downhill bike, isn't he? His lines definitely go more towards like the more polished end of the Rampage lines, I'd say. But when you're doing opposite spins down stuff, yeah. Then we got Bren, and we got Talus Turk. I can't remember what happened to Talus last year, but from his
think
social media,
He did a massive flip step down.
That's
I
it,
remember.
yeah.
I watched it in some highlight reel the other day, and it looked so big and it looked fun because he did it so well.
Yeah.
And he was just like, it really looked cool. But you can see how big it is from how hard he lands perfectly, and it's such a harsh landing. So you can sort of see by that it's gnarly. Yeah, so he's definitely a contender. Was it? Am I right in saying it was his first year last year?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so he's definitely.
he's like comes from the deserts, and he's like born of Rampage.
Yeah.
So he's literally grown up. That's what he's wanted to
That's
do.
what he does. That's all he
Yeah.
digs. It's all he rides.
Yeah.
Yeah, sick.
Straight, he's been to every single Red Bull Rampage.
Yeah.
Is he really?
Carl Straight is back
nuts.
again. That's insane. Isn't
Unreal.
it?
Yeah.
And then last but not least is BMW,
Yeah.
who was undoubtedly, I can't remember if he won best trick, but he was contender. It was between him and Zinc for me for best trick. Like
I think he did, yeah. He was best trick, people's choice, and something
Yeah.
else.
BMW was on Godsey's line last year, and it was that
Yeah.
way around, wasn't it? It
Yeah.
wasn't like he didn't really add features or do a great deal of digging or anything, but he's a contender for best trick, I'd say, every year. He's like weirdly good at big bike jumps,
Yeah,
isn't
yeah.
it?
Wasn't it BMW actually, going back to this venue, that didn't he front flip off the drop and smash
Bike
his
snap.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, it was. Yeah, you're right.
yeah, you're
Like
right.
tumble down the hill.
yeah.
Okay, so now we move on to the wild card list, and you'd think it would get more. You'd think it would get less dialed. Brandon Semenuk, what here?
Enough said.
Yeah, enough said. Godsey
Enough said.
again.
Should have won it last year.
Yeah. Janon.
Always in there.
Oh my goodness.
Underrated.
We've got Silva. He's back. Adolf Silva is coming again to the
Christ.
desert.
Lunatic.
Yeah, he had a crap time last year, didn't he? He had, was it two
Two
crashes?
crashes.
Yeah, on the same thing. I think like a traverse.
Was it windy or something? It was like I'd never even like, because you're so head down.
Well, he
when
just
you're
didn't
there.
have me to follow in, so he's crashed.
But you're sort of so head down, you don't really know everyone's lines
Nah, yeah.
necessarily, do you?
And you don't spend time over on other people's lines.
Yeah, I don't even know what his line entailed. I didn't see any of it really. I just saw that bit where he cut across the hill.
Yeah.
I think he was
Poor
sharing
bugger,
with
that
a few
Front
sucks.
back,
people.
didn't
And he had all his family and stuff there. I feel bad for him.
Yeah, it was rubbish. Then we got Clemens, who's a real big bike rider.
Yeah,
who again
sicko.
crashed. So
Great digger, got his head screwed on. Really like him. He's a contender.
Yeah, he is, isn't he?
He's obviously he's on the back foot with he's never been to this zone before.
He's got a lot of work to do. Yeah,
A lot of work to do. Yeah.
He's also,
he's a man for the job.
He knows how to dig, though, doesn't he?
He'll hopefully bring the Russo brothers again. They
That's
were
a hell of a dig team.
Oh, fun to hang out with. It's good.
That's a hell of a dig. They must be I reckon, out of all of the dig teams, they can bench the most.
Yeah.
And squat.
Yeah.
Those guys are strong. Sorgi.
Is he back? Yeah.
Sorgi's back, and he's won so many.
Yeah.
How many has he won?
Am I 3? 2
is
or
he
3?
most winning or a Seminark?
I think they're the same.
Wow. Right, we move on to part of the list. I don't know.
Not doing it. Is he? That's him now, is it?
No. He's retired.
Luke Whitlock. I don't know who that is.
No.
I'm embarrassed to say it, but
I mean, there's a reason why he's there.
100%. Like, these are the people that are almost the most dangerous. Really.
Yeah.
Like, someone's picked him for a reason. So we should probably look it up on our phones, but we haven't got time right now. We will do some research, but
we'll go meet him.
There you go. Reed is back. Reed's always dialed at Rampage, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think
huge flip step down guy.
Yeah. Did they win best digging last year?
Yeah.
So their line was really, really nice.
We had loads of pebbles,
clean edges,
clean pebbles and water features.
It was. They had that perfect 90-degree thing that like stuck out, didn't they? Iced obviously we talked about Iced and T-Mac. I mean, what a lineup!
Yeah, it's a lineup,
sick.
Isn't it?
So sick.
Whilst we're here, let's talk about the alternate athletes. It's Nell, Brand, Riddle, Hayden, Zablotny, and Dylan Stark. So injuries, there's a few like maybes in there, I feel like, isn't there? There's a few injured people on the lineup, so those are the alternates.
Wicked.
I mean, that would favour Ethan, to be fair, wouldn't it? That's where he got a third, I believe, on that site.
Yeah. So we didn't really do the segment that we thought we were going to do, but we've covered all the thingy. Right, we're now going to move on to the listener questions.
Oh, they were Davey questions before,
they were all Davey questions, yeah. Will Deaks actually do any digging this year? That's from TB25.
Right,
Deaks, I'll leave that to you.
To my reply is what people obviously see is when I'm content creating, filming you digging, I'm not going to film myself digging, and that's the problem, because that's all people see is you digging rather than filming myself digging.
So should we... If we put a bit more effort into filming you digging, would you...
then it will show the world that I do actually dig. Yeah, I would say it is,
right.
yeah.
Oh,
all right,
sorry,
so this
enough
year,
said.
Enough said.
I feel a bit bad
Actually,
about
thinking
that
of last year, the one moment which we haven't raised is when you literally speared yourself in the sock.
Oh
yeah,
my!
That was scary.
That was the.
I wish we had that on
all
video.
the times I've been, that's the wildest moment I've ever seen.
I still put those socks on, and there's still got a hole in them from.
Did I drop it?
I can't remember.
No,
So
started a landslide, and then
the
rocks
rock bar
hit it.
fell
You didn't
out.
drop it, and then it slid down and hit
and went through your sock and literally almost pulled you. Yeah.
I'll just quickly explain what happened. It's a rock bar, big, heavy bit of steel bar that you use obviously to lever rocks out of the ground. A big spike on the end, and it speared Olly's sock. It went in and back out again, and left and was speared through the sock like that.
It yanked me off a cliff.
I mean, how easy would it just gone? It would have gone through your foot.
Yeah,
it actually could
have.
Yanked
me off the run-in for the canyon, and I had to squish my elbows up against the side to not fall. Like, oh man,
wild!
Savage.
That's probably my most sketchy moment of Rampage personally. I mean, you've got quite a few, Bren, yourself, but that's probably my most sketchy Rampage moment.
Do you remember I smashed my thumb last year doing something? I thought I was going to be.
Yeah, you thought, sorry boys, that's it.
Yeah.
I'm out. And we're like, no, you're not. No, you're not. Not now, you're not.
Just keep trying.
Just carry on.
That didn't happen.
Didn't you just like...
I think that was silly, yeah.
And of which, actually, like going... Which the listeners probably do already know is obviously we try and filter Bren away from any digging sort of 4 days before he has to get on his bike.
Yeah.
But he's quite a good rider from that point of view. He always try and chip in.
Yeah.
There's other riders that just sit in the massage tent all day.
It is true. I would say you're one of the most the hardest grafting riders at Rampage.
We have to literally get the shovel out of his hands.
Just no pickaxing day before, I'd say. So that's the worst of your hands, isn't it?
When it makes you shake, it's basically off the cards. On that note, I wanted to make a suggestion this year that perhaps we don't get a rock bar.
No, we have to straight away.
I was thinking we could not get one.
No.
Do you know
we're going to get a branding one. I've already got one engraved with your name on it.
It's got my hand.
Yeah, it's got your handprint on it.
All right, cool. Well, that's worth a try. Right, Jack Harmer has asked, could you incorporate a secret Loma into the line?
Imagine getting a heli drop of loam.
Right,
Anyway,
it'd be a sander, wouldn't it? We actually do pretty much have that the whole way down, but
Can't have a Loma.
I
down that
can't
ridge.
think of the judges being too on board with that. Can you?
No. Right, the plan man has said, will Brendog be paying for Deaks' back to be shaved this year? I mean, it's a very
there's a lot of personal sort of things here.
Deaks, it's a very good question because you're now the healthinator.
You always
Now
get
you've
it
got a
vetoed
chisel.
though, then. It's always
Yeah,
turn up in
so
quite good
prior
condition.
to Rampage, I make it a thing because it is minging when it's hot and horrible there. So I always make sure I veet the old chest, veet the back. Ness isn't too happy because it blocks the shower for a bit, but we just take those things.
I mean, you're V'd out, you're striated this year. We need to get that. I think I'm willing to pay for your back to get done, dude.
Okay.
Because, I think it's worth really showing
Showing
what
it.
a piece of work you are these
There you
days.
go.
The
There we go.
healthinator.
I mean, we haven't discussed if we did get any prize money, what we'd spend it on this year, have we?
No,
Like, there's been talk about a beard transplant for you and stuff,
Yeah,
just
I
to
could
make
do
it less
that,
patchy and that.
something. Yeah, do something. Just
Have
improve
Doug's.
it. I need help. Yeah, I mean, we got one from Jamie.mtb. Looking forward to these again. Ask Deaks how good Ibiza was.
Yeah,
Actually, you are now.
It was-
Not only are you the healthinator,
the partinator.
well, you're the dancinator.
Oh yes,
I've
bring
seen-
up the dancing clip
Dude.
right now.
I've seen so
Yeah, but
much dancing content.
that one Ibiza, mate. That was the wedding. But anyway,
No, and Malvin's.
Nah,
and
the Malvin's
Ibiza.
clip.
There's
Oh,
loads
yeah,
of dancing.
yeah,
Malvin's
clips out
dancing clip is the one that's the most,
they're
the
like,
more
who's
viral.
this guy?
there.
Who's this guy? But anyway, no, Ibiza was very good.
But can you talk about like sort of dancing a bit more? Is it like a passion? Is it a hobby? Or
Well, in my drunken state, I always sort of think that like a worm is the sickest thing, but reality is it's almost like let's whack my knees on the floor as hard as I can and think that I've run the roost. And there we go. That's how you clear a dance floor pretty quick.
right, we've got one from he's actually honorary member of the Rampage 23 team. Even Ebener Earths on Instagram. He's asked which colour Powerade for digging afternoons. Obviously, this doesn't apply for you, Bren, because you're flat out on the monies the whole time. Deaks, what's your favourite Powerade colour?
It's a toss up between the red and the blue.
Okay.
Yeah, I think blue gets you going in the morning. Red's a bit more of an all dayer.
I'm going red because it's the fruit punch flavour. I love fruit punch.
There you go, look.
Good answers. NM Surf, who's the best rider out of Rich Thomas and Ben Baker?
Oh, good one. I'd say, oof.
Rich is the calculated
Rich is
one.
calculated, good racer. Baker's this pure natural talent, zero effort.
That is a good summary.
Zero
yeah.
effort, but yeah. I'd say they're going to race, Rich is going to win. But you're going to do a whip, Baker's going to win.
Nice. Good
There you go,
overview,
yeah.
dude. Yeah,
There you go.
Henry Thomas Can. Suicide off the rock is on? Question mark.
Oh, that'd be
I've
disgusting.
already been thinking about that.
You up for it?
I think
Oh my
so,
God.
yeah.
Make sure those hands get back on the brake.
Oh no! Oh my lord! I couldn't think of anything worse because that's like a downward drop, isn't it? The front wheel sort of goes off before you give it a
Actually,
little
it's
pull.
completely terrifying, yeah. Because also, you wouldn't want to land like back wheel first,
No,
and
mate.
you'd
We just
detriment
build a
a load of
tiny
braking.
little kicker.
We'll
for
see.
you.
I'm not claiming anything until we get there.
Yeah, good on you. Kyle Dewick 4. Deaks, what is one of your favourite memories from Rampage? Is it putting the bin on Olly's head? Cry face emoji.
Well, it actually tops that. It was putting the bin on your head whilst having Bren in a headlock.
And our WhatsApp group, our Rampage WhatsApp group together is Binhead. It's a Binhead crew.
That's obviously amazing, but actually every year for some weird reason Bren actually makes me and Ollie cry. Like we're watching our grown mate do a little jump.
We all do.
And we all cry and we're like, what on earth? But it's such a mad feeling because we're so invested into everything we've done. And then, you know, the first time Bren did the canyon last year and suied it in the finals, me and Ollie are like a gibbering wreck.
Just pathetic. I'm so happy we got Royal Marine crying
about his mate jumping a canyon. Like,
but it's just, it's such a, we're invested from way longer even than we are now. Like it becomes like a bit of a, you know, a whole year almost. It gets gobbled up with it, doesn't it? That bloody word. But yeah, there's a lot goes into it.
But there will be more bin ads this year, just to make you both aware. Yeah.
Oh, good.
There we go.
We've got loads of questions specifically about the line, and we've sort of gone into it so much. We've also got loads of questions about robbery. I don't know. Do you feel ever robbed?
No.
Exactly. I think it's good to get that out there.
No, I don't feel robbed. And I never have from any of our attempts, because like I said, like we didn't leave anything on the line. We did our best. Nothing more we could have done. And then it's just in someone else's hands. And if they feel that the criteria goes towards that, then that's how it is. It's honestly like, there's no hard feelings. It's like I've said in previous years, like the only thing it felt like a win the whole week. We were ticking stuff off, like getting it done. Like we jumped the canyon. We had some like cool people behind us the whole week, and then just to get fourth instead of maybe a little bit higher. The only thing we didn't get was like the monetary value out of it. If we'd, say, for example, got second, we'd have still been going there this year with nothing changing. You know, we drop in fourth last rather than second last if we'd got second, or if we'd got third, or whatever we'd got. But no, there's honestly no hard feelings from my end at all. We're not the judges. We don't know how hard it is to be the judges. It's bloody so hard to be a judge. Like, you got different styles of riding, different strengths of riding, different bikes, and then completely different lines, and then completely different sides of the mountain at completely different times. So it's really hard to do. So there's no hard feelings from my end at all, really.
Like we don't even get to see all of the lines, so it's hard
so,
to even
we
judge ourselves.
You can't compare yourself against something that we've never even seen their line. The judges have.
Have you watched last year's show?
Not full. I've watched highlights.
Yeah, I've only watched highlights,
Yeah, I watched highlights,
which is mad to think. Probably the people actually sending these questions in have seen arguably more in certain ways than us.
Yeah,
the
definitely have.
Event.
Definitely have.
Like the event for us is spanned over like 2 weeks of.
And then after the event, it's like chapter closed.
Yeah.
No more, please.
No more.
Yeah.
Don't need to hear it.
We've got to do a little bit more watching of biking stuff afterwards at the premiere.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, and also might as well just we've just signed the deal to get the movie for everyone to watch on November. Yeah, it'll be available for everyone to download November 22nd.
Dude, is this an exclusive?
Yeah, this is actually an exclusive.
This is world exclusive. November 22nd, DEATHGRIP 2 is going to be coming out where?
iTunes and all the big downloadable platforms. With the hope shortly after that. Well, not shortly, but a while after that onto streaming. So yeah, but it'll be available for download for everyone to watch on iTunes and all the other big platforms to download stuff. Yeah, November 22nd.
Can't wait.
Yeah, it's been a huge mission to get it to where we are, because before we had a distributor that was really, really good and did it all for us. Now we've had to do a bit more legwork, but it's all done, signed.
Awesome.
Amazing.
Yep.
Joel Liff, how many hours of work combined at every Rampage? We can work this out.
Yeah, you can.
Right. How many days is it? 9 days digging.
9 days digging, you could safely say.
Plus finals.
Well, should we quickly talk about our daily? Because that gives you more of an idea.
Great idea, Deaks.
So we wake up in the morning, after Ittiger's anything, go down for breakfast. We're out the front. Yeah, here we go. All of this. Right, don't want any of that this year.
The violins.
And then, cut to the chase. We were on site for probably, 8 o'clock in the morning. Quick coffee. We're literally digging from 8:30 to probably about...
When does site open?
Well, you're 7. You're allowed... You get kicked out off the mount at 7.
Okay.
There we go.
There's
then.
never been a day where we haven't been walking down in the dark.
And then we basically give ourselves a 2-hour lunch break because it's just too hot in the day. It's too sunny.
2 hours is.
And 2 hours,
strong.
I don't think we have 2 hours.
I don't think we've ever had.
Okay.
We've probably had 2 hours once.
Okay, an hour.
Yeah, because the times that we allow ourselves to go out to the coffee shop, that's probably a 2-hour break, isn't it?
Yeah, true.
But apart from that, you just eat on site.
We're on the hill all day. Apart from that,
Yeah. So what would a day work out as then?
So 10-hour days.
10-hour days
Times 3, 30 hours a day, times 9. Doug? What's that maths?
there we go. A lot of time.
30 times 9.
A lot of time.
270 hours.
270 hours per rampage, and then how many rampages you done?
8 or 9.
That's nuts, isn't it?
I think you've done 9.
So you think this site that we're going back to, we've already had 2 years on it?
Yeah,
Kind of mad, actually.
it is. So that's
Wow.
it's quite easy to divide that then. 2,430 divided by days. So how many days of work on the hill have we done?
Full
days.
It's where we need
24
the
hours.
slow lift music over the
Thousands.
top of this.
100. Oh no. Hey, look, it's a lot of time.
If you're still here,
Yeah, it's a lot of time. It's a lot of time. Cool. Well, I honestly think actually Davey's got a few more. He actually mentioned we haven't talked about is women at Rampage. Obviously, this is the first year that there's going to be a women's Rampage, other than they had their contest before not Proving Grounds.
Formation.
Before Formation. That's it. They're on a different site.
Are
I
they
think a good
definitely?
question would be.
Are they definitely different
No,
sites?
it's not definitely, but I think it's pretty much they're in a different zone.
Yeah.
I think, or even if it's the same
Yeah.
zone. So, would you have any? I think they get extra diggers as well. Would you have any advice to because this would be the first time, I guess, a lot of the, like Vero, for instance. I know she did Formation as well, didn't she? Any advice to maybe the girls, what they have to do that's new? Because I guess a lot of the girls probably, guinea pigging, for instance, is not something that happens and Rampage is like a guinea pigging contest.
Yeah,
almost,
I mean,
isn't it?
there's just so many challenges with the Rampage and guinea pigging stuff. Guinea pigging is testing stuff for the first time that you've built. It's one of the hugest challenges, and that's what's hard to, and that's what you have to have longevity with, and you have to have, when you build, you're not building something too big, because you got to remember, you've got to be the one testing it. No one else can test it for you. So I think that's going to be a huge one that they're going to all have to come up against. I don't know whether they'll help each other with that or whatever, but no, I mean, I'm super excited to see the girls there. It's going to be amazing to see. I think their finals is on Thursday, ours on Saturday, so we'll get to watch all of their runs and stuff before. Yeah, should be good.
and riding that dirt, if you're not used to riding that dirt, it's very
Yeah.
different to any dirt back in the UK.
I'm
at
thinking
least.
that a majority of them probably will have had a chance to get out in the desert.
Yeah,
and,
I think so.
and,
Yeah.
run. And I'd always say going and doing a few Kong laps on your day off is probably a good idea. Get your feet in the dirt. But yeah, so you said they get extra digger.
I think they get an extra digger.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see.
Hopefully, because it'll be new site for all of them, so none of them will have. Well, I don't
Unless
know.
it's the
All sort of a
formation
bit
place.
unknown, isn't
Yeah.
it? So it'll be exciting to see.
More info soon.
More info soon. I think. Are we wrapping it up now? Should we wrap it up now?
Yeah, I think so. We've got another 20 of these.
Well, we've
to
got
go.
loads of things to look forward to.
Absolutely, and we've got 4 hours left on the Utah road map
Yeah.
that we're watching. A bit of slow TV. It's been quite good, hasn't it? Having it in the background, I quite enjoyed it.
Yeah, I hope
Takes
we
you
haven't
back.
watching that the whole time and not talking.
Yeah, true. Well, it doesn't seem to bother us when we're actually driving, does it?
No.
Mate, I'm well excited. We've got, how long have we got until we leave?
10 days, I think.
10 days, and we are on our way to the desert.
Yeah.
Buzzing.
Insane.
Let's make this
Insane.
one a banger.
Yep.
Thanks for listening in. Thanks for watching along. Make sure we're going to be uploading all of our drive time on the Ride Companion. I think audio, maybe video as well.
Are you not doing it on your channel?
Yeah, we'll be doing them daily on my channel.
Sick.
But
There'd be a
but
daily.
they'll also
on
be
everyone's
available
channel.
to the audio audience as well, which is a lot
Yeah.
of people. So
Amazing.
yeah, hopefully you can follow along with us and enjoy the ride. I know I'm looking forward to it anyway.
Wicked.
Time.
Thanks
Cheers,
for joining.
boys.
Cheers,
Thank you.
Let's get back to the wheel, eh?
Peace and love.
Ciao.
Like and subscribe.
Mate, what an episode.
Brilliant. I thought you were really great, Davey.
Mate, and I thought you were even better.
Thanks, dude.
Better
Thanks,
than
dude.
normal.
Oh, cheers.
Hey, how about we tell our lovely podcast community to hit subscribe here,
Yeah,
click on the video on Olly's face,
that's right.
click on the video on my face,
Yeah.
and follow us at The Ride Companion on Instagram.
They can like and comment as well.
Please do.
I'm going to try and get this energy and I'm going to bring it into next week.
Let's fast forward to next week's episode.
Done.